It's Madden NFL 24, where division rivals will clash in the NFC East. It's the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Coming up next.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, these Commanders, a last-place ball club in 2022. Well, in most cases, you'd say that was a lost season, but they finished 8-1, 500. That would have won the NFC South. What kind of a chance do you give them in what is certainly a loaded NFC East?
And you're exactly right about the division, so you have to be cautious about what you think with this team. They've got to continue to play excellent defense and get some improvement on the offensive side of the ball and establish who their quarterback is going to be.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, what a turnaround last season in year one of the Brian Daboll era, Charles. Yes, they finished behind the Eagles and Cowboys, but they did win 9 games and one more for good measure at Minnesota in the wild card round.
Talk about establishing a new base, a new culture, and getting into the playoffs while doing it. So tough to beat this Giants team in the fourth quarter. They expect that to continue.
The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. Paris Campbell now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll go to Barkley again. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. A first down carry for Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, They needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding them to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. York able to send this one through, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here's Antonio Gibson. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. Bringing them out, the former Tar Heel, second-year pro, Sam Howell.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Robinson on a give right side. Down the right sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin from 17 yards out. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Joey Sly on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
2nd and 3. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
2nd and 6. Now this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll look to throw. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Robinson up the middle, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Faking the handoff. Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Complete. It's Dodson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Howell. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And once more, Howell back to the air. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage in the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back to throw. He's got Bellinger. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll drop to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. That time multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off. So you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 87 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and a couple. Now Howell. That one complete out to Dotson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Going quickly here to Thomas. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll run with Robinson, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Howell. And that one too wide and incomplete. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Howell now to throw it. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 27. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now he'll look to throw it. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now try to pick it up on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Powell. Open man is Samuel, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep is Gunnar Olszewski. Pulled in at the 24. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one is Slayton over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. York able to send this one through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a fine first half from quarterback Sam Howell. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the give, here's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. And Howell will throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Throwing here, Howell. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now throwing on first down here. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And once more, Howell back to the air. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2nd and 4. He'll find Hodgins there complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. Second and 11. That ball caught by Slayton. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 70 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it 24-13. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. First down, Howell to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They'll drop to throw. That's complete to Slayton. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Catch made by Slayton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more on that one and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time. It's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just kind of catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. Here's Howell. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jihad Ward in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Tressway now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. He'll drop to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They're going to look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Slayton on the slant. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here's a 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. He'll have the win at his back here in the fourth quarter. York able to send this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now they're going to motion Dotson to the left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down.
Oh, Hal loses it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They can't ask for much more than this. They've got it first and goal from the 5. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Washington. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. 4th quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. Sly on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And New York set to take the field. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll look to throw here. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Now receiver in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
He's got it. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley from 8 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
York now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Howell now to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. 3rd down here. Throwing here, Howell. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen.
Well, the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And now out come the Giants.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw.
Bellinger hauls it in on left side.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll go down at the 28.
Now 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw. Throw here's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
York able to send this one through.
And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Howell will throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game. And they will take a knee here. Second and 11 now. Barkley inside handoff. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, but he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Landover.